there was this enormous wave of anti-Americanism when the thing started, and it goes on, you know, mainly in the world. And sometimes, wait, it became, people, you know, got very worked up about this. But when they're having the row, they tried to be rational, of course, you know. They would say, well, we're not sure about this war. It seems to be cynically motivated. It seems to be a war of adventure, or just a simple act of revenge. You know, we're not sure. And you're fat. Because that's what happens in a row. Everything comes out. All the old grievances, you know. You're fat. We're not fat like that in Europe. When we're fat, it's because we have character. We're partial to anchovies baked in pigs. But you're just fucking fat. Because you can't stay away from that third tub of Chocopocalypse ice cream, can you? You want to take up more space. And I'm ashamed to admit I fell prey to this myself. For just about a week or so, I would find myself going into cafes looking for the American to smoke on. Because you know they'll say something. I did it for a while. It was no big... I found this one guy, though. He was wonderful. I hated him on sight. Because he was eating eggs. Eggs! Well, I ask you, they're not even a food. They belong in no group. They're just farts clothed in substance. So I inserted my breakfast and lit it. And he looked over like I knew he would and said, "Excuse me, are you going to smoke that?" And I said, yeah. But I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm only using it to light the next one! And the Americans, in turn, responded with a fairly anti-European sentiment, you know, particularly against the French. But Donald Rumsfeld, who's one of their, you know, faces of the administration, said that he didn't want to deal with old Europe. He was far more interested in new Europe. Now, he was talking about when France and Germany voted against the war. So he wasn't interested in old Europe. He was talking about two ancient civilizations. He was interested in new Europe. And when he said new Europe, he meant places like Scrivovia, Vavonia, Jizvovia. Places where tractors are ministers and people sit down to a dinner of boiled radiators. Places that are not that swish, really, who are going to do whatever America says because they're hoping one day to see a photograph of a pot of jam. And, no. But in particular, they were very, very anti-French. You know, they built on this whole image of the weak, cheese-eating surrender monkeys was the phrase. Which is kind of good, you know. But that entirely plugged into this image of the weak, sensual, pleasure-loving French. You know, not going to war because they're all still in bed at 2 in the afternoon with the sheets coiled about their knees, lying there, scratching themselves, smoking a Gauloise inside a jeton, sweating neat Sancerre, before one of them sloughs off the sheets to pad around the kitchen naked. No, not naked, naked from the waist down. To emphasize their nakedity. Picking up yesterday's croissant crumbs with their sweaty feet. Slashing yesterday's paintings. What was I thinking? It's fucking rubbish! My God! I can't believe it. It's off. I ate my paintings. I ate them! I ate your paintings too! You ate my paintings? No, I hate them! Why do we have to talk fucking English? Your work is so derivative because you copy mine and mine is shit to begin with! I'm so bored in this atelier! Stop it! Stop slashing things! Get something for breakfast, I'm starving! There's nothing, we have nothing, we're poor. Let's make love again instead of eating. No, the things you do to me. I'm so sore. Even my toenails hurt. Leave me alone. Come on, you know you want it. No! Get me something to eat before I die. There's nothing here, I told you, except chocolate bread. Where are you from exactly, by the way? I don't know, I'm Eurotrash, shut up. Chocolate bread? That's how they start the day. It's only going to escalate from there, isn't it? By lunchtime, you're fucking everybody you know. I was in Paris recently. They are very good at pleasure. I was walking by a bakery, a boulangerie, which is fun to go into and to say, even. And I went in, I had a childish desire to get a cake. You know, give me one of those chocolate guys, I said. And I was talking to somebody on the street, popped in, was talking to somebody, took a bite. I had to tell them to go away. This thing, I wanted to book a room with it. I said, where are you from? What kind of music are you into? Come on. Proper, serious pleasure. Because they know they're going to die. Nobody goes to church. If they're going to die, make a fucking nice cake. Because one of the really maddening things about the war is our religion is dragged in, you know? Now, I respect all the differences between the major religions, you know, and the minor ones too. I had my own religious crisis a couple of years ago. I was in a hotel room. I don't want to tell you this, but I'll tell you. I was in a hotel room, very, very drunk, eating a chocolate Jesus, and the telephone rang as I was trying to pick between religions, you know. Protestantism, C of E, Church of England, I've never really been that attracted to because it seems to be mainly based on tea. Catholicism obviously has much more drama built in, you know, there's robes and a guy and candles and weird lighting and a child and wine, stuff's gonna happen. Speaking as one of the few of my peer group who, you know, wasn't abused, I used to think there was something wrong with me. Turned up in school in hot pants.